Hey up everyone, hope we're all doing well. So it looks like Gene Silva's next fight may be a big one. And just before I reveal who it is and what's being said, guys, if you want to keep up to date with UFC news, make sure to drop a sub. But anyways, let's get straight into it. So here we have it. The rumor is Diego Lopez versus Gene Silva is next. Who wins? Now, straight away, that's a fucking banger fight. Does it make sense? Maybe not, but you can't deny that would be fucking fireworks, and I would love to see that fight. Doesn't really make sense, but let's address the elephant in the room. If you're familiar with MMA Twitter, anything to do with MMA Twitter, you've probably seen this account. This guy, he's a meme account. He's a meme account, okay? So he isn't the most trustworthy source. I'm going to put that straight out there. Don't want you guys saying, oh my god, Gene Silva's definitely fighting Diego Lopez. And when I searched up, when this was posted, I didn't really see much of substance of this. I even tweeted about this when Spinning Pack Fist put it. I goes, is there any actual rumors though? I only seen Dovey, a fucking UFC meme account, saying that there's rumors of this fight. So I was thinking, okay, this is just bollocks. He's probably just, you know, good old Twitter nowadays, you get paid for monetization for a blue tick. He's probably just engagement baiting, and he's got over almost 1 million views, so it's fucking worked. You know what I mean? Fair play. But I wouldn't be making this video if this was bullshit. Gene Silva started talking about it. He goes, Gene Silva says he has not been offered a fight with Diego Lopez, but believes it makes sense right now. I think Evloev will fight Aaron Pico, then Yair Rodriguez versus Volkanovski, then it's just me and Diego, you know? That's what I think the UFC might do. I'm not sure, but in my opinion, I think that's what makes sense right now. So that comes from Diego, that comes from Gene Silva himself, and obviously I've been, oh no, what's been unfolding in the last 24 hours. Movsar's not fighting Volk. I think Full Violence have just put something out that Movsar's going to be fighting Aaron Pico. So what Gene Silva said is correct. And obviously, it looks like Yair versus Volk, the rematch, which nobody fucking wants, is also meant to be happening as well. So it would plan out with what he's just said. Again, I would fucking love this fight. I think you would. You're not an MMA fan if you wouldn't want to see this fight. This is guaranteed banger, guaranteed fireworks. Someone's going to be left rendered unconscious. My thing is, does he deserve it? Now, I know the UFC are probably going to want to skyrocket Gene Silva. They love to tend to do this where they skyrocket, you know, someone who's maybe just outside the top 10 and put him into the, against someone against the top 5. We saw it with Benoit Saint Denis and Dustin Poirier after Benoit Saint Denis beat Matt fucking Frivola. Bit of a different circumstance considering Dustin Poirier's a bit more veteran, whereas Diego Lopez more in his prime, still quite young. But regardless, this would be a banger. But when I look at the rankings, move this out the way. When I look at the rankings, you got Gene Silva at 11th, and you got Diego Lopez at 2. Now, granted, Max Holloway's gone up, Ilya Tapouria's gone up, Yair Rodriguez is about to fight Volk in a rematch that nobody fucking asked for and wants, and it's so fucking stupid. But anyways, and you've also got Movsar, who's going to be fighting newcomer Aaron Pico. So you do Gene Silva and Diego. Whoever win, well, if Gene wins that, gets a title shot, I'd imagine. If Diego wins, he probably has to fight another one, but it's a common trend at the moment. You win. I mean, Yair Rodriguez has just done it. You win one, and you ask for a title shot. That's a common trend right now in the UFC, and it's fucking weird for some dickhead. I actually like Yair Rodriguez, but still, I'm just annoyed. But yes. So what happens? What happens? Like, I don't know. I'd rather Gene Silva fight someone like Lerone Murphy. Aljo, I think Aljo and Gene Silva would be a cool one. Ortega, but I know he's been talking about lightweight. Like, Ortega's like a sacrificial lamb. He's just like a deer in the headlights. For a lot of people, I feel like Yusuf Zalal would beat him. Gene Silva would beat him. I feel like Josh Emmett would beat him. I feel like Lerone Murphy beats him. He's just a deer in the fucking headlights. Gene Silva versus Aljo. That looks good on the resume if he beats Aljamain Sterling, former bantamweight champion. One of the greatest bantamweights of all time. Has a win over Calvin Kattar, had a very competitive and close fight against Movsar. So there's one like that, maybe the return for Arnold Allen, but I feel like Diego Lopez maybe doesn't really make that much sense. But again, we know the UFC love to skyrocket certain fighters, and I wouldn't be surprised if they skyrocket Gene Silva. Gene Silva, let's say in a hypothetical world, you know, he beats Diego Lopez. You know that Gene Silva is definitely jumping the queue over Movsar. Don't deny it. We've just seen Yair Rodriguez jump the queue over Movsar, and Movsar's got a win over fucking Aljo, Arnold Allen, Diego Lopez. And Yair Rodriguez is 1-2 in his last fucking 3. And one of those losses is against Volkanovski, where he got finished and absolutely pissed on. So, you know that if Gene Silva was to go out there and beat Diego Lopez, mate, he's jumping the queue and he's being next with Volkanovski. I can see that happening from the UFC. Gene Silva, he's got a lot of personality. He's got a bit of a core fan base, a big fan base. Got the fighting nerds backing him, Brazilian. You know, that's a very, that country is heavily invested in MMA. We could be on the verge of a new star with Gene Silva as well. I feel like Battle of the Baldies, you know? So, yeah, I could see this happening. But me personally, I would like to see Gene Silva. If this happens, cool as fuck. Don't know when they'll do it. Wouldn't mind it. Fucking banger. I'd hate to see someone lose this as well, because for the future, I'd want Gene Silva win, but I fucking love Diego Lopez. So this will be a hard one. But what do you guys think? Do you think Gene Silva going up against Diego Lopez is the correct move? Do you believe in the rumors? Would you like to see it happen? Who would you like to see Gene Silva fight next? And if he was to beat that person, to go on to do, what do you think he'll go on to do next? Guys, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.